Okay, good morning. It's already 8:30. It's actually 8:31. So we're going to start our class. Welcome back to our Python programming class. This is our sixth class. In this sixth class, we're going to discuss about what we call file handling. So from our first class, we discussed about how can we interact with the Python? How can we input something to Python and how to make the Python respond something to us by using input and also print. And then in our second class, we discussed about data type. In Python, we have integer, and we also have a real number, and also we have also string, and then we also have the Boolean type. And then we also discuss the operator, how we calculate something based on the data type. For example, we want to do some addition. So we're going to ask the Python, what is 8 plus 3, for example, like that. That's for our second class. And for our third class, we discuss about the control structure, including the branch, which is if, and also the loop, which we discussed earlier about while and also for. Remember, there are a difference between when we're going to use for and when we are going to use while. We use for if the number of iteration is already known, but we use while when the number of iteration is not identified yet. For example, it could be no iteration, or it could be just one iteration, or it could be 100 iteration. That's when we use while loop. Okay, and for the fourth class, we discuss about a special data type in Python, including the list, tuple, and also the dictionary. And then last week we discussed about function and also string. Today we're going to discuss about file handling, but before we move on to our topic of discussion for this week, let's discuss about last week assignment for your attendance. Here, for your attendance, please create a small function to check whether a triangle is right triangle or not with this requirement. So we're going to create a small function, and the function must be named is right triangle. Okay, let's start using idle, and then your function must be named is right triangle. So remember, when we're going to create a function, first we need to use the def keyword, which stands for define. Def is right triangle. Triangle. Okay. This is the name of the function. And then it will accept three values. Okay. Let's call it A, B, and C. For the length of each triangle side, the side of triangle. For example, I'm going to send 3, 4, 5. And then our function should return true if it is a right triangle. Right triangle is in Bahasa Indonesia is segitiga siku-siku. So we're going to use Pythagoras in here, in this case, and check whether the C square is equal to A square plus B square. Remember about Pythagoras? This is, for example, A, B, and C is the slope. This triangle is a right triangle or segitiga siku-siku if only if A square plus B square is equal to C square. Okay. So we're going to check whether its number is the slope or not. Okay. If C equal to A times A plus B times B. Then this one should be square root. Square rooted 0.5. If this one is true, then please return true. Else if, now we're going to check whether the A is the slope. If A is the slope, then this one is A, and this one is, let's say, call it BB, and this one this is C, and also this is C. Then return true. Then the last one, else if B is the slope, then B is the square root of A and C. Then return true also. If not one of them is true, then please return false. So it's not a right triangle. Okay. Now let's check our function is right triangle. Let's send 3, 4, 5. It will return true because 3, 4, 5 is actually a right triangle. Now, how about if I change the order? Let's say 5, 4, 3. It will return also true. Now, how about if 3, 4, let's say 6? It will return false because it's not a right triangle. Okay, so this is the solution for last week assignment. Now let's move on to our this week discussion, which is how to handle a file handling. Okay. Now in file handling is actually almost the same with in C language. First, we need to create a file handler, which is return value from opening a file. For example, okay, sorry, I will close the idle. So, now let's say, for example, I'm going to create I'm going to read a file. And this file is, I'm not sure. Let's call it let's say file, and then open, and then the name of the file. For example, let's say my text.txt, my text.txt, and then that's all. And then it will return error. Why? Because it said that no such file or directory called mytext.txt. So before we open a file, we need to create the file first. But where should we create the file? We have so many folders in here. To understand in which folder is our current working directory, you can use something like this: import os, and then os.listdir. It will return the list of the file inside our current working directory. It says in here, we have a file called VC runtime loso. Why don't we just try to find the location of this file? I believe it's in C. And then enter. We will try to find the location of this file, VC runtime 14, etc. DLL, dynamic link library. And then from that location, now we can understand where is our current working directory, in which location this idle shell is working. Okay. Still trying to find the file. I have lots of files in my C drive, so it will going to take a while. Oh, okay. We already found this one. The Python. Right click and then open file location. So it's in this directory. Now we can try to create a new file, a text file like this, and then call it my txt. Okay. Now we already create this file. Let's check it out using the idle, using the same function, or sorry, the same method, list here. Then we can find out there is a new file called mytext.txt. And then now we can open that file. See, no error. That's what we call file handling. Same thing like in C language, but in C language we use the function fopen or file open, but in Python we just use open. But the same thing. Okay. Now, in the file handling, we can read, we can open, and then we can read the content of the file, update the file, and then deleting the file. Okay. So before we can interact with the file, first we must open the file by using two parameters. First one is the file name, and then the second one is the access mode. The access mode, including the R means read, and then A append, W write, and X create. And then we can also specify what is the type of the file. Is it text or binary? Now you can try to this one. From our previous example, we only supply the name of the file. We didn't identify the access mode. Actually, if let's say, actually, if I want to open a file, and then that file is a text file, and also I'm just need to read the content of that text file, is actually the same. Read text. So this statement is actually the same like this one. Why? Because without supplying the access mode, the default access mode is read and text. So that's why this statement is actually the same like this one, because without supplying the access mode, the default access mode is R and T, read and text file. Okay. Now, before opening a file, please remember to create the file. Okay, so that's why in our first example we get an error saying that no file or directory exists. Now, after we open the file, now we can read the content of the file by using a specific method called read. Read. Okay. Now let's try file.read. read. It's empty. Why? Because the text file is actually empty. This one. Now, let's try create the content of the text file. This is Optimus Prime. This is Optimus Prime. Okay, just save and then trying to close the file first and then open it again. Now we can try file.read. It will say that the content of the file is this is Optimus Prime. Okay. Now, beside using read method, this one, we can actually, I want to read, but just only the 5 character, the first 5 character. Yes, we can do that. We can use file.read and then let's say 5. Hey, it's empty. How come? Remember, just like in C language, every time we open a file, there is a seeker or a pointer pointing what is the last character that we have read from the file. Because we already read the file, this is Optimus Prime, that means the pointer or the seeker is actually already at the end of the file. It's at the end of the file. So that's why if I'm issuing the method file.read, then it will print nothing because there is nothing there after the seeker. So if we want to move the seeker to the start position, first we need to use the specific method file.seek and then 0. That will return the seeker or the pointer to the start of the file. Like this. Now we can use file.read. Let's say 5. I want to read only the first 5 characters. Then it will print out this unspace because this THIS only 4 character. So that means I'm going to read the 5th character, which is space. Okay. Now, if I'm going to issue the same file read and then 5 again, remember the seeker is already at the I. This is the position of the seeker now because the seeker already moved forward 5 position. So that means the seeker is at this location. So if I enter this one, it will return is space op. Is Optimus Prime is op. And then read again. It will say Timus because the seeker is actually at this location. Now let's move on. File seek 0 to return the seeker at the start of the file. Now this is file seeker, and then let's say I'm going to use string is file.read. Okay, so string is actually this is Optimus Prime, and the seeker is already at the end of the file, so it will return nothing. But we already read the file, all the content of the file and then store it in a new variable called string, str. Okay, now this string variable, we can process it further. For example, we can use string one comes from string dot split. So string one is a split from the string this, and then is, and then Optimus, and then prime based on the space. Okay, now let's move on. Read only parts of the file. So I will read the first 5 characters from the file. And then how to read lines. So let's say I have many lines inside my text file. This is Optimus Prime, and then the next line is calling all Autobots. And then seek refugee on planet Earth. Okay, save this text file. And then close the file first. And then open it again. File, open, sorry. File, open my text.txt. That's it. And then now let's try to file dot read line like this. It will return this is Optimus Prime. How about another read line? Calling all Autobots. How about another read line? Seek refugee on planet Earth. Now, what is the difference between read line and only read? Let's return the seeker and then file just read. Then it will return all of the content of the file. This is Optimus Prime, and then \n, which means enter a new line, and then calling all Autobots \n, seek refugee on planet Earth. Okay, there's a difference between read and also read line. In read, we're going to read all of the content of the file, but read line, it will read each line. So if there are 3 lines inside the text file, then it will return 3 lines. Okay, there's a difference between read and also read line. And we can use also the looping, for example, like this. So instead of using read line, read line, read line, this is an iteration. So why don't we just use iteration to read all the line? So we can use something like this for X in F. F is the file handler. Print X. So let's say file.seek 0. Okay. Now for X in file print X. So it will print out this is Optimus Prime, and then the next iteration is printing calling all Autobots, and then the next iteration will print seek refugee on planet Earth. Okay. Now file seek 0 again. Okay, now closing a file. Remember to close the file because in operating system we need if we open a file, remember to close the file. Why? Because if we open the file will be locked by the operating system. So nobody can open the same file until it was closed by the one who opened the file. So remember to close the file. Okay. And then writing an existing file, we can use the append. For example, sorry. Let's say file close, and then file. I'm going to open the same file, which is my text.txt, and then the access mode is A and T. A means append, and then T means text file. Once I enter this one, it will open the file, which is the mytext.txt, and then put the seeker at the end of the file. So when I try to write something like this, file, write, I'm going to add something to the file. Let's say I'm going to write, beware of Decepticon. Enter. And then let's close the file first. And then let's try to open the file again. My text.txt. And then file.read. As you can see in here, we already add a new text called beware of Decepticon, but there is no backslash and there is no new line in here. It just said planet Earth and then beware of Decepticon. That's the purpose of A in here. Open the file and then put the seeker or the pointer at the end of the file because we want to add something at the end of the file. That's append. Okay. Now, previously we tell about the access mode. We have R, which means read, and then A, which means append, and then we also have W, which is write. Remember in write, if we open a file, let's close the file first, and then file is opening from my text.txt, and then write text. Enter. Now file.read. It's not readable. How come? That's because the file is still in open. Okay, now let's try to close this file first. Okay, and then file close, and then file, please open my text.txt and then write it. Okay. And then file.read. It says that it's not readable. But let's say I'm going to delete the file. Oops, sorry. Cannot be completed because the file is open in Python. That's what's the meaning of we have to close the file after we use the file. So that's why the operating system said that I cannot delete this one because it's actually already open by idle. Okay, so let's try to close the file first. File close. And then now we can delete the file. And then let's try to create the file. File, open, mytext.txt, and then write text. Okay, file.read. It says that it's not readable. But if we check, now there is a new file called mytext.txt. Previously, we already deleted this file, but because we are using W, that means we create the file. But if the file has content in that file, then if we use W, then the content of the file will be destroyed. Let's try that. Let's say file dot close. Okay, now let's delete this one and then try to open it again using W. Okay, now we already create the new file mytext.txt. Now we can add something to the file. Let's say file.write. Let's say this is Optimus Prime again. Okay, now file.close. Now, if we check the file, it says this is Optimus Prime again. Now, file, open my text.txt, and then read. Then file.read. This is Optimus Prime again. So, why this function give an error? That's because we open the file for writing, not for reading. So that's why if issue file.read, then it will return error. It's not readable. You said that you're going to write it, but now you want to read it. No, you cannot do that. If you want to read the file, first close the file and then specify that the access mode is read. Then I will allow you to read the content of the file. Okay, that's the reason why this one is creating an error. Because we said that we're going to write, but instead we're going to read. It's not readable. Okay, that's for W. Now, next one is creating a new file. And then deleting a file. If we want to delete a file, we're going to use the import OS. OS is a module. It's already built in the Python, so we don't need to install anything. Just state that you're going to use this specific module, import OS. Okay. And then we can remove the file by using os.remove, remove file.txt. And then I want to read only parts of the file, then we can okay, this was not correct. And then delete the folder os.remove dir. That's all. But before we close the session, to close this week's discussion, how about if we try to open the file, because open a binary file, because previously we said that there are two types of file. First one is text file, and then second one is binary file. And in this case, we use the image. And in our folder, I've already put a file called airplane.bmp. BMP stands for bitmap. This is an image file. If we open the image, then it's something like this. It looks like an airplane. Let's zoom. Okay, that's the maximum. Okay, how about using pen instead? Open with pen. Okay, this one is a very small image because it's only 16 by 16 pixel. This one. So you can see there is there are 16 pixels in horizontal and also 16 pixels for the vertical. Okay, too bad that we don't have we cannot zoom more than this. So, well, actually, it's just a 16 by 16 image file. It's a bitmap. Okay. Now we're going to open this file by using Python. Okay. Let's close the text file first, and then try to open this file. File, open. The name is airplane.bmp. And then, because we just need to read the file, and the type of the file is binary, then it's going to be RB. Or you can use BR. It's just the same thing. RB or BR is just the same thing. Okay, open it. And then I'm going to read the first two characters from the file. File.read just the first two, or just let's say the first 10. It will print out first is B. B means that the file is in binary mode. It's just information to us that this is in binary. And the first character from the file, from the airplane.bmp file, is character B, capital B, and also character M. Okay, now let's try to copy this one and then open it using a notepad. This one. So the first character is B and then M. This stands for bitmap. This is what we call the file signature, the signature of the file. Before an application trying to open a file, first it will check the file signature? Is it actually a bitmap or is it something else? For example, in this case, oh, it's really a bitmap file. And then after that, \x, that means this is in hexadecimal. So the third byte or the third character is 1A. 1A programmer hexadecimal 1A. This means the real content of the file for the first byte or the first character is actually this one, 0001 1010. This is the actual content of the file. But instead of printing out the binary, it will print out the hexadecimal, in hexadecimal, which is 1A, because it's simpler to read that. And then the fourth character is 04. Remember, this is also in hexadecimal. And then 00, and then 00, 00, 00, etc. Okay, but only the first two characters explain that this is a bitmap file. Now, let's try to close this file first. File and then close. And then os.listdir. Beside the airplane.bmp, we also have what else? We have the exe file, exe executable file, and then python.exe, etc. Now let's try to copy an image to this folder, pictures, and then let's say I'm going to use this one, maybe this one. Is this big enough? Not too big, that's okay. Ctrl C and then back. Okay, let's simplify the file name, just boogie.jpg, and then os.listdir. Now we have a new file called boogie.jpg. Now let's try to open this file. Okay, will we close the file? Okay, now file, open boogie.jpg, and then it's a binary unread. Enter, and then I want to check the file signature, file.read. Let's say the first 10 character. Do we have the signature file from the first 10 characters? Yes, it says that JFIF. That's the new types of JPEG file, JFIF. So the file signature is on the what? This is the first character. So this is the first character, and then this is second, and then this one is third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we want to check whether a file is a JPEG file, or in this case is JFIF, we need to read the signature file on the 7, 8, 9, and also the 10. So we're going to, let's say, file.sig 0. We need to file.read, and then 10, and then signature of the file come from file.read 10, but we only need to read, okay, just use this one first, and then sig, let's say 6 to 9. Oh, sorry, 6 to 9. Okay, not 6 to 9, but 7 to 10. This is signature. Oh, sorry. It's actually 6 to 10. Signature 6 to 10. We say that J5F. Okay, but remember that is in binary. So it's actually not a string called J, F, I, F, but it's actually a hexadecimal. And the value of that hexadecimal, if we compare it using ASCII table, that means it's a J. Okay, let's try ASCII table. Okay, let's try this one. This one, J, capital J is this one. This one. So it's actually the file stored for A in hexadecimal. For A means that it is a character capital J. And then for A, for 6, because J, F, and then I, this one is I, this one, for 9, and then for 6 again. So actually, in the file, it was stored like this. It's actually \x, and then for A, and then \x for 6, \x for 9, and then \x for 6. So this is actually value in the file for A, for 6, for 9, for 6. But because this one is actually a character, the file open or file read represent this hexadecimal using ASCII table to become a character. This one is capital J. This one is capital F. And this one is capital I. And this one is capital F. Okay? That is what we call a file signature. File close. Now, do you have any question? So today we discuss about how to open a file and then how to read the file. We use read and also read line. You need to understand what is the difference between read and read line. And then how to return the read line or read into a string variable. And then how to process the string by using last week discussion. Because last week discussion, we discussed about the string. How to split the file using a special character. Like for example, we have the CSV, comma separated value, which is in this case, its value is separated by using comma. Then we can use split method to split the string to become an array. And then we also discuss about write, and then append, and also what is the difference between opening a binary file and also opening a text file. In binary file, everything is in hexadecimal, but in special case, they can use an ASCII table to represent what is the character represented by the hexadecimal. Okay. Okay, if there is no question, then I think that's it for today. I'll see you next week, and don't forget to do the assignment because you have an assignment like this. Create a function with the name of average. Your function accepts file name as parameter, and then it will read the file in CSV format. This is the CSV format. And then your function find and return the maximum score from the file. This is the file. We have student ID, and also we have the score. You need to create a function to find the maximum score. Is it 80? Is it 84? Is it 42? Is it 838, etc.? Okay. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'll see you next week. Thank you.